Hey, what's up? I'm X, and the title is not clickbait. I'm going to teach you what I believe are the essentials to getting an Infernal cape. And you can trust me because I'm really not a professional PVMer. I mostly brute force my way through most of RuneScape's hardest challenges. I believe that with these tips and tricks, anybody can get an Infernal cape. I'm going to go through some techniques here as well as general helpful tips that you might want to employ in your attempts. This video will be assuming that you've done some kind of Inferno knowledge in the past, you've looked at videos or attempted it yourself, and we're really just going to get it down pat. If you like these kinds of videos, or you want to see me run around the RuneFest stage one day, please like and subscribe. Let's get into it. There are a couple things that I think are important to get into your head while going for the Infernal cape. You are not going to get it your first try. You should be using supplies as much as you need to get the practice in to get it later. Waves 1 through 66 are only difficult for the first 10 to 20 seconds of the waves. The waves should settle down in that time frame, at which point you can use the solves I'm going to show you in this video. If you live through the first 10 to 20 seconds, you'll likely make it through the wave. Money talks. Having money for good gear is a great thing for the Inferno. Having things like an Elysian Spirit Shield or a Twisted Bow can cover for some major mistakes, but they are far from necessary. Lastly, you can do this. Even if you just nailed your Fire Cape and you think that the Inferno is impossible for you, I promise that's not the case. Sure, there may be a bit more RNG involved for a less experienced player, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. If you are certain you won't ever complete it, I encourage you to give it one good try and judge it from there. You might surprise yourself. Let's get into the layout of the Inferno that I believe is helpful. Your pillars are 3 tiles long. If something is on the other side of the pillar, so long as you don't go 1 tile out from those 3, you will never be seen. That's pretty simple stuff. There are some intricacies that will occur with enemy size as well as sight lines though. Here are some of those interactions. The bats cannot reach you from these tiles here, though you can reach them with a blowpipe. You can safe spot meleeers in these spots here by walking them down like this. You can trap anything that walks down by getting to these tiles before they arrive. If you kill a blob from this tile, they will die in a formation that allows the ranger only to see you, with the meleeer trapped behind him. You can reach nibblers safely from this tile here, allowing you to get cleanup if you don't get the initial spawn kill. So you're in the Inferno now, and you're doing pretty well, but you look at me with your big soppy puppy dog eyes and say, Mr. X, I don't know how to play a flick like my hero Mogo Kirby, or no monkey. I hate this, I don't want to do this. I'm going to show you some of the solves that I use. And if they're more complicated than these, I would simply say change the pillars and hope for the best. Good luck, brother. Major Ranger. This is the beefiest situation that any new person in the Inferno will run into. But don't be afraid. This one is really simple. Just know that if you mess it up, you will probably die and lose about 40 plus minutes of your time. No pressure. Stand in the middle of the pillar here. It's very important that you stand here, otherwise monsters will see you at a not great interval when you do come out. Always click the backmost monster, and pray against that monster as well. These monsters will always see you first. Either when your character animates, or you get an XP drop, swap your prayer to the front monster, and run back to your starting tile. Alternatively, if you're feeling feisty, start the same way, but alternate prayers after their animation. So I wait for the ranger, and then I pray mage, wait for the major, and then I pray range. so on and so forth. Major Ranger Blob. I haven't told you this yet, but blobs are kind of the worst monster in the Inferno. Ask anybody, they will tell you that for sure. Waves 56 and 63 are notoriously hard waves. Why? Double blobs. Let's say you have a stack of a ranger or a major and a blob. Here's the timing I use. You can either attack the backmost monster and pray either mage or range depending on if there's a major or a ranger, and then run back in praying whichever you weren't praying. Or you can do my method of wait for the ranger to attack, pray against the blob, wait for the ranger to attack twice, and then pray against the blob. Repeat this until they die or you die. Your prioritizations for the waves are going to be everything. Knowing that the mage / ranger and blob can see you from basically across the entire map, and that the melee will dig to get to you, are incredibly important things to keep in mind. A lot of my runs involve me killing things before I have to figure out how to deal with them. Generally, you're going to want to pray against the highest damaging thing, and if that's not an issue, pray against the second largest threat, and work your way down from there. These are general tips that I don't exactly know where to fit into this video, but I do believe that they're hugely important. Rangers hate magic. You're probably going to be taking a lot of decent damage in the Inferno, and the Rangers are the best way to get them back. They hate magic, and I encourage you to use it whenever possible. Freezing stuff is your friend. When I was learning the Inferno, nobody told me about freezing stuff that wasn't the nibblers. I love to freeze the bats and the meleeers that are walking up towards me. It gives me more time to think about how I'm going to handle the wave. Sometimes you splash, but fuck it, at least you tried, you know? Start Jad from the north. If you start Jad well north of him, when he spawns his little healers, they will likely be southwest of him, meaning that you can blood barrage him and hit 1 to 2 of them and be a bit safer. Always kill the major first if possible. The major has an ability to replace its attack with respawning a monster that died that wave. This can make waves last a lot longer if you aren't careful, making your supplies go down a lot faster. Now I'd like to take this moment and show you a couple waves in real time. These are live clips I've recorded where I attempt to tell you exactly what I'm thinking when I'm solving the wave. Every wave will follow the same formula for the most part. I'm going to start on this tile here, send an ice barrage, and immediately run to this tile here and assess the damage and situation. At that point, I will try to see what can see me and pray against it. If it's something that I think needs to be drawn closer to me, I'll run around the corner. If I need to kill the thing I've trapped by running to this tile, I will step down and do that. This should leave me with a nice stack to solve like we talked about earlier. These waves are going to be very different difficulties and give you a good idea about how to solve them. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups and I'm not re-recording it. We've got... Okay, kill them all. So let's see. See me, ba-boom. Don't want him to come down, so we are going to pop out for 2 seconds. Down, that'll make him walk down. I can reach him, he can't reach me. And now it's a race against time. Phenomenal. Good, good, good. Great range, kills man. And dead. The guy comes down just a little bit. You see how much easier my life is now because of what I just did there? Don't have to worry about him. He doesn't have to walk over. Punch me in the head. Okay, let's try... Boom, 112. Cool. Where's the major? He's over there. Okay. Okay. So... let's head back over here and drag the major in. Let me kill the bat. He's going to be annoying. Off. Okay, so it's not ideal. We do want to normally try to kill. the major first, but we're gonna have to do what we can right now. So maybe he brings him back. That's okay. We'll stand here and not kill the bat. Alright, so he's responding to the bat. Yeah. Okay, so he brought everything back. Ah, man, that's the gamble you play. There she goes. Okay, that's okay though. Keep this up. Everything's behind the pillar, so the wave is done. That's probably dead. Oh, close to dead. Flap. Got him. Boom. Great ranging. A boom. Great range when he comes over for mage. Boom. Range. Give me my HP back. Killed one of them. Killed one more of them. This is the first instance I'm gonna mention of stacking because I don't think I did a great job explaining it in the video. But there are certain things you can do where like I can make that happen right there. Just great range on the way back. Now I'm able to pop out this way, take care of the major, so that I can avoid them being respawned and stuff. You can do this. I like to tag everybody, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You've got a better brain than I do, but that's how I like to do it. Alright, what do we got? Oh, meleeers. Okay, let's go here and pray melee. That seems easier. Okay. So we're in a situation here. Oh. So let's kill this guy, because I can then stand up there and kill the major. And then worst case, he just responds the one, which is fine. So wait for the meleeer to hit me one more time. Go. Don't respawn the meleeer. Come on, don't do it. There are worse things, but it's okay. With that comes our first major ranger spawn, which is our scariest wave. Okay, so let's find the ranger. He's over there. So now I can only be seen by the ranger because I'm in this little area here. Now I can just calmly do this. And now, because I want the major dead before him, I'll wait for him to attack. Wait, where's that? Boom. Great mage. Go right over here and then get him dead. Now the wave is solved. Anyways, Major, it's been real, but I completed the Grandmasters and I'm getting the fuck out of here. This place sucks ass and I'm fucking out of here and I'm not coming back. Stupid bitch. This was an incredibly weird video for me to make because anybody who knows me knows I don't enjoy talking about ticks. And the Inferno is a very, very tick-oriented thing, but I don't believe that it has to be. I think that you guys can easily get your Infernal Cape if you do the brute force methods that I do here. But if you do like those tick things, I encourage you to check out those kind of videos from Mulgoat and all those kind of guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a blast to get your comments recently. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Infernal Cape.